Hello, my name is Kwong. I created the Add1Challenge more than 2.5 years ago, and after helping thousands of language learners around the world to hold a 15-minute conversation with native speaker in just 90 days, I realized that many language learners face similar or the same struggles and challenges just like us, which is great because we are not alone. If you avoid speaking with native speakers, or whenever you try speaking, your mind goes blank and your hands and palms get really sweaty before you even open your mouth because you're too shy or you don't have enough confidence to speak. You may feel ashamed of yourself or even angry at yourself because you still haven't gotten over your fear of speaking yet. If this sounds like your situation, the first thing I like to say is that I understand your frustration. The fear of speaking, shyness, and lack of confidence to speak is one of the biggest challenges that language learners face. The truth is, no amount of Duolingo, Memorize, Rosetta Stone, even the best language learning methods or the best language learning material can help you overcome your fear of speaking for you. Only the act of speaking can. Now I know that you probably know this by now, and knowing this is not making any difference to your fear of speaking, right? The good news is, overcoming shyness and the confidence to speak is what most people say they got out of the Add1Challenge. Why? Because instead of overcoming this fear on your own, we are overcoming it together as a community, as our goal is to be able to hold a 15-minute conversation with a native speaker in 90 days. And we do this together, we support each other as a community. That's why it works. And here are a few things how the Add1Challenge can help you. Now this proven Add1 system structure is designed to do three things. Number one, push you out of your comfort zone a little bit at a time. Most of us usually like to do what's comfortable, but the magic is right outside of our comfort zone. So if you'd like to take your language learning to the next level, you gotta at least be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. So how do we do that? For example, we ask you to make a video. I know it's not comfortable, but the benefit of making a video is huge. First, it gets you outside of your comfort zone. Second, it gets you to start speaking when you're recording where you start on day 0. When you're recording your progress, you get to document your progress. Our mind is very good at finding evidence that we're not good enough, and we don't have a very good memory about our progress. If on day 60 you wonder if you have made any progress, you can look back on your day 0 video and you can tell, oh, I made this much progress. That's why we ask you to make day 0 video and day 30 and day 60 progress videos. It can also hold you accountable. How? If you say you're going to do something but you don't tell anybody about it, and if you stop doing it, who's going to know? Nobody, right? Which is why we ask you to make a video, and at least you can share it with your Add1 community so other people can see you that you're taking on this challenge so we can hold each other accountable. Now Tita just posted her day 90 video, and this is what she had to say about going outside of the comfort zone. The Add1Challenge has been fantastic, mostly because it made me go way out of my comfort zone in so many ways. Making this video was one of them. When I learned English as a kid, it took me 15 years to get past my silent phase. As a university student, it took me 3 years to start speaking Italian. So it's been fantastic to start speaking German in a few weeks. Now this is what pushing yourself to go outside of your comfort zone can do to move you closer to your goal of having that 15-minute conversation with a native speaker. Number 2 is to hold you accountable. Now there will be times that you won't feel like studying, or there will be times that you don't want to speak. Now one of the ways of how we can hold each other accountable is the accountability tracking sheets. Based on your schedule, you tell us how many days out of the week you study and for how long per day. For example, 5 days a week, 45 minutes a day. Now after you finish your studying each day, you log into our Add1 community site and you put in your yay in the accountability tracking sheet. This is one of the many ways how we can hold each other accountable in the Add1Challenge. The Add1 system is also designed to stimulate community interaction by integrating assignments, mastermind group, study group, and mini challenges. For example, in mini challenge number 2, you'll be put into small teams and you'll be making sentences that you'd like to learn how to say. For example, Maryline said, my husband is German, so she's learning how to say my husband is German in Japanese. And you can see her teammates are writing sentences too. Angela, I really like to dance. She's learning Russian. This team has 1,738 points. This is just one of many ways how we stimulate community interaction so it's more fun and effective for everybody. So the Add1 system structure is designed to push you out of your comfort zone, hold you accountable, and stimulate community interaction so that we can move closer toward the 15-minute conversation with a native speaker on day 90. Now, because of the proven Add1 system and structure, the Add1 community can thrive. So no matter if you are a super experienced language learner or you just learned your first ever foreign language, through the assignments, mastermind group, study group, and mini challenges, you have the opportunity to participate and contribute by sharing resources, bouncing ideas off from other language learners, share your struggles and victories, and get support and encouragement. Now, don't get me wrong, no one will learn for you, but it will just make it so much easier to get through the days when we don't feel like studying, to get the support we need to break through your plateau or your fear of speaking. Learning this way is just a lot more effective and fun. When we add the Add1 system and structure with the Add1 community, that's when consistent learning happens. And when we learn consistently, together as a community, while supporting each other, that's how breakthrough result happens for so many previous Add1Challenge participants. It's a community-based language learning experience, which is why the Add1Challenge works. And here's what other language learners have to say about the experience of the Add1Challenge.
Hi everyone, my name's Maureen and I'm here to just make a review video about the Add1Challenge because I've done it several times now. I think it's about 5 times. And the reason why I like it is because of the structure. You give yourself targets, so if you want to study for 60 minutes a day or just what I do, 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week, that's the minimum you can do on the challenge, and it really doesn't impact on your routine too much. I actually did Chinese for the last one, and after having done so many European languages and having never touched the Asian languages at all, I really wanted to learn one, and because I was going to China anyway, I thought, well, now was a good time to try and learn some Chinese. I did have the confidence from seeing other native English speakers learn Chinese and make the video at the end of the challenge, but I was thinking after 90 days making a 15-minute conversation video with a native speaker was always fine for me in a European language, but I didn't know if I'd be able to do it with Chinese. But I did surprise myself and I was able to do it in the end, and actually I was able to have a 30-minute conversation in the end when the 90 days was up. So it worked very well for me. So I think I'd just like to say, for anyone who's thinking of joining the Add1Challenge, I would highly recommend it.
I highly recommend it if you have told yourself in the past that you wanted to learn a language and that you'll put it aside. Oh, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start next week. I think I'd say this challenge is for you because you're put in a community where everyone keeps track of each other. Like for me, we have this mastermind groups where I'd send messages to my group members and see how their progress is going, why they haven't updated. It gives you a way to make sure you're putting in your time for your language learning. It's definitely a self-accountability kind of thing, but you also have that community to help you even when you can. And even if life comes in the way, the community will be there to support you. I just wanted to be able to talk to people in a different language, and that's definitely what this challenge will get you to do.
I definitely recommend it for anyone who is wanting to start a language or work on a language. I started out knowing pretty much nothing about the language I was studying, and at the end of the challenge, my goal, which I completed, was had a 15-minute conversation, actually a longer conversation, in Russian, which, the more I think about it, is crazy. I mean, it's ridiculous that I couldn't say 2 words in Russian, and now I've actually spoken to a Russian person for 15 minutes, which is the point of the challenge, that, I never would have believed that was possible. It was great, definitely valuable and worthwhile, and I doubt I would have made as much progress as I did without it. So Thank you, everybody in the challenge.
And then having the community in the Add1Challenge was really great because you were just sharing the same experience, and you guys were also sharing the same struggles. And then just by knowing that, hey, you're not alone, I feel you, I know what you're going through, let's just, let's support each other. And it really, really helps. So for me, it was great being in the community. It was a big incentive to continue and not just give up. And there's so many cool people in the Add1Challenge, like really funny, crazy, cheesy people that just cheers you up with their presence. Like, it's just really cool. So I really, really had a great experience, and I would recommend it to everybody to just join the Add1Challenge.
I went to South America last year and I fell in love with the language and the people. So I came back and I started studying Spanish. I read a lot of textbooks. I had a tutor for a while too. But I never really actually had any conversations. And that probably was the biggest thing that I was struggling with, was my ability to produce the skills that I had learned and the information that I had in my head. I couldn't use it. I couldn't understand what people were saying when they would speak to me. I couldn't say what I wanted to say, even though I knew exactly how to write it. I couldn't speak it. So I saw that the Add1Challenge, the applications were closing the next day, and I decided to jump on board. And I'm really, really glad I did, because my experience during the challenge was amazing. I met so many people that were really inspiring and motivating. What I would take away from the Add1Challenge, the biggest thing is confidence. I took away confidence from the challenge. That's exactly what I was looking for and what I needed in order to start talking to people and having conversations. And I would recommend it to anyone who, whether you're a beginner or you've been studying for a while, it doesn't matter. It's a really good thing to do. It's probably the best thing you can do for your language learning journey.
You also have a chance to win a flight ticket to your target language country. Really? Yes, really. Over the past year, we've already given away more than $4,000 worth of flight tickets to our Add1Challenge winners. One flew to India. No, actually, that one's about to fly to India. One flew to China, Turkey, Italy, and that one's about to fly to China. So yes, if you can fly to the country that you love, that's why you learn a language, right? And you can eat the local food, and you can smell the air, you can experience the culture, and interact and connect with the locals with your newfound language skills that you just learned in the past 90 days. How cool would that be? If this sounds great, I invite you to join us. Your shyness and your fear of speaking is not going to magically go away. The only way out is through. And life is not going to stop for 3 months for you to learn this language, so there is no perfect time. If speaking this language is important to you and you love and you wish that you can speak this language, the perfect time is now. So join us. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee and a 90-day money-back guarantee. If you fulfill all the Add1Challenge completion requirements and you're still not happy with your result 90 days later, let me know and I'll send you your money back plus an extra $10. So with these two guarantees, you really have nothing to lose to take on the Add1Challenge. So join us. We're closing in a few days and we have limited spots, so click the apply button below and I look forward to learning to speak a language with you together.